Hello, students. I hope you all have understood the first part of this chapter very well, and I think that you have done the answers also. If not, don't worry, I will solve all your doubts. So, shall we start with our second part? Okay, look at the slide. To write the history of the period from 8th to 18th century is a daunting task. Means it is a very scary task because of the developments and technological changes that took place during this period. And the changes are wheel for irrigating fields, spinning wheel for weaving, firearms, and new food and drinks like tomato, chilies, corn, tea, new people and the new ideas that they introduced. As a result, we see many changes taking place in the subcontinent in almost every sphere of life. People traveled long distances seeking opportunities to amass wealth and carve a niche for themselves politically. They trying to find their living place. They are trying to find new opportunities. From that, one such group that gained prominence during this period was of the Rajputs. Rajput word derived from Rajputra, son of a ruler. Between the 8th and 14th centuries, the term Rajput referred to warriors who belonged to the Kshatriya caste. Rajput were known for their loyalty and valor. Valor means bravery. Other groups which gained political importance were the Marathas, Sikhs, Jats, Ahoms, and Kayasth. Economic developments. The period witnessed extensive clearing of forest, which was more rapid in some areas than others. Forest dwellers, forced out of their natural habitat, migrated to other areas and occupations. They are forced to migrate to other areas. Some took up occupations associated with agriculture, such as sowing, reaping, tilling. Tilling means plowing. These peasants gradually became a part of a larger complex economic and social network. They had to pay taxes, they had to provide goods and services to local lords. Economic and social differentiation among peasants emerged, with some peasants possessing more productive land than others. Some are having some more productive land that time. Some peasants engaged in other occupations such as cattle rearing, artisanal work along with agriculture to supplement their income. Except agriculture, they did some other work to supplement their income. Okay. As differences became more pronounced in society, people were grouped into jatis or subcastes based on their background and occupations. Okay, in the today's world also you can see jatis or caste or caste just because of their backgrounds and occupations, and this was also followed in that time also. There was social mobility among the jatis depending on their economic and social power and influence. Jatis formed their own rules and regulations which were enforced by an assembly of elders, sometimes known as Jati Panchayat. The Jatis too had to abide by the rules of their villages, which were governed by a chieftain. Chieftain means chief. Okay. Now, region and empire. The decline of the Mughal Empire in 18th century witnessed the emergence of independent rulers once again trying to assert their power and autonomy. The period from the 8th to the 18th century is associated with regional developments, ruling dynasties, conflict between states. The character of regions had altered considerably. Although they retained their distinctive character, the regions were influenced by developments in other regions of the subcontinent. Okay. Religion. In the sphere of religion, Hinduism underwent several changes. Okay, first is new deities were worshipped, rulers constructed temples, rise of Islam in the subcontinent. The Brahmins, with their knowledge of the sacred text and their role in performing rituals and sacrifices, earned a dominant position in society. New rulers sought their support in order to establish their position. Brahmins, with their knowledge, okay, they earned a dominant position in society. Emergence of Bhakti movement. Bhakti mean devotion to a personal deity without intervention from priest or performance of rituals. With the establishment of the Mughal Empire, Islam became one of the important religions of the subcontinent. Okay, with the establishment of Mughal Empire. Students, merchant and traders in the 7th century brought the teachings of the Holy Quran to the people to the subcontinent. With the establishment of the Mughal Empire, Islam became, okay, I told you, Islam became one of the important religions of subcontinent. Here I showed you some key points. I tried to explain the chapter through these key points. Please read the chapter from your book again. Okay.